dangerously. And the SST, the Samoan SWAT team.
The Samoan SWAT team is here.
Vengeance is mine. Already an imposing force that early on, their future greatness was obvious to so many industry experts. Alpha, more than anybody, knew he had the team on his hands, with Samu being his son and Fatu his nephew. The tribal elder was able to mentor both, instilling in them the same unrelenting approach to competition that made the wild Samoans world famous. The team toured through regional promotions before a quick stop with me in WCW, but WWE was always their goal. Upon arrival, it was clear that the dynasty's next generation had indeed arrived, immediately drawing comparisons to their world-renowned predecessors. 10 years before it became cool to say, Samu and Fatu displayed ruthless aggression in the ring, overwhelming opponents before the bell and continuing the non-stop attack until their hands were raised in victory. Deceptively agile for men of their size, they brutalized the opposition with devastating dives from the top rope. The duo would eventually go on to capture the WWE Tag Team Championships in the spring of 1994, fulfilling the promise and carrying the legacy to even greater heights. At WrestleMania 9, the Head Shrinkers' one and only in-ring WrestleMania appearance saw them taking on Rick and Scott, the Steiner brothers.
Be prepared, Steiner brothers. We're gonna give you a pain that you have never felt before.
While I'm not one to make excuses, I am one to give opportunities to you, our expert gaming member of the WWE Universe. And so, today, you have the opportunity to make things right. WrestleMania 9, Las Vegas, Nevada. The Steiners performed at a near-perfect level that day, able to find every reversal and in the chaos emerge victorious. We are asking you to fix that, stop them in their tracks, and get the Head Shrinkers that WrestleMania victory you and I both know they deserve. But if you're not careful, you're going to find yourself reliving the very same memories that have haunted Samu and Fatu for years. Steiner lines, suplexes, Frankensteiners that will all bring your evening to a vicious, miserable end.
One of the toughest teams in WWE history.
Nearly 600 pounds of pure savagery.
Is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Alpha at a combined weight of 565 pounds. Samu and Fatu, the Head Shrinkers.
Fair warning, this one may not be too pretty, guys.
You talk about rugged individuals. These are two tag teams that can really bring the fight to anyone that steps in their path.
Yeah, there's about to be a seismic collision in the ring.
This match means so much to the Steiners and to the Head Shrinkers.
Well, the whole world is focusing on WrestleMania 9, and the last thing you want to do is come up on the short end.
Pride is on the line, and as is a stake to the claim of being the toughest team in all of WWE.
The Steiner brothers getting a tremendous ovation here in their first WrestleMania, and we'll see if they can carry on Michigan's winning ways.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 531 pounds, Rick and Scott, the Steiner brothers.
The Steiner brothers are one of the most promising tag teams we've ever seen in WWE.
But Samu and Fatu are looking to stomp out any of that promise right here at WrestleMania.
Let me warn the WWE Universe right now. This is going to be a brutal match. Just two heavy-hitting tag teams going at it. Physical, smash-mouth wrestling. And like Saxton said, it won't be pretty at all.
WrestleMania 9 rolling on with a potential show-stealing match, guys. Two very hungry tag teams facing off.
Indeed, Michael, the Head Shrinkers and Steiner brothers are both new to the tag division in WWE, but both teams are off to an amazing start so far.
You have to imagine whichever team wins this high-profile fight becomes an instant top contender for the tag team championship. With two teams this physical on such a big stage, it is indeed going to be a fight.
Sent right into the corner. Headbutt! The Head Shrinkers accompanied at ringside by Alpha, but he's not the only tag team legend serving in a managerial role tonight.
That's right, Michael. Just like Alpha, Mr. Fuji earned many WWE tag titles as a wrestler, but now he's hoping to lead Yokozuna to the WWE Championship.
And looking at all the top young talent in this ring, I see many other main event stars of the future that could follow the lineage of Yoko.
And retaliates with a counter. Ooh, and Samu fights back. Clotheslines.
Good Lord.
So effective. Steiner looking unable to get a leg up in this match.
The Head Shrinkers smartly keeping themselves out of the grasp of Rick and Scott Steiner.
There is a method to the madness of the Head Shrinkers.
Left into a German. The whole world is focused on WrestleMania 9 tonight. The last thing you want to do is come out on the wrong side of a match like this.
That's right. A big win at WrestleMania means a big boost in the tag division and a substantial winner's purse.
I don't think the Head Shrinkers concern themselves much with the financial matters, Saxton, but they are dead set on proving they're the toughest dudes around. There may be an abundance of togas in the arena today, but you're not going to see a lot of Greco-Roman wrestling out of the Head Shrinkers. They're just looking to hurt the Steiners.
And that actually may help Samu and Fatu here. The Steiner brothers have earned most of their wins.
Waistlock applied.
Countered into a nice arm drag.
Ripped in the hard way.
WrestleMania 9 shaping up to be a big night in the tag division, guys.
Indeed it is, Michael. Two great young teams competing now. And later tonight, none other than Hulk Hogan will lead the Mega Maniacs against Money Inc. for the tag team titles.
Odds makers in Nevada have the smart money on Hulk Hogan leaving Vegas with the gold tonight.
Getting him right into the corner.
A reversal. He saw that coming.
Oh, my God. A vicious backbreaker. Arm extended, tags his teammate in.
Clothesline. Pinpointing the leg.
Oof. The Head Shrinkers and Steiners are two of the brightest young teams in WWE, but they both come to this match with a few years of experience in WCW.
The Steiner brothers earned many tag accolades in WCW, but Rick and Scott have their share of singles titles too.
Meanwhile, Samu and Fatu were never quite able to break through before WWE. You know that has to serve as motivation for the Head Shrinkers tonight.
Oh, that'll turn your skin red. That clearly rocked Scott a bit. Kick to the midsection prevents the attack.
Big
Clothesline.
Here we go. Here's the pin. He forces a break before the count of 2.
A little closer to getting the pinfall there, but this is still anybody's fight. Ooh.
Before this match began, you heard the Steiners speak backstage. Scott saying, quote, "Me and my brother are going to go out with a game plan and do what we do best, and that's wrestle."
That's all well and good for the Steiner brothers, but Alpha has gone on record saying that his men are looking to tear Rick and Scott's heads off.
Sent into the corner.
Fatu taking a moment to soak it all in.
Crushed in the corner. Makes the much-needed tag.
What a clothesline!
Ouch! And there goes Steiner, sent outside the ring.
Fatu like a one-man wrecking machine right now, cleaning house.
Oh, look at this, the power by Scott Steiner.
But the tag was made and Scott not aware.
Big kick.
Scott Steiner did not see the blind tag made by Samu.
Oh, this is not looking good for Steiner.
And this is what the head shrinkers do. Top-tier tag team wrestling. Steiner didn't see the tag, decided to hot dog around, and got a foot in the face for it.
And we are really seeing the amazing skill sets of all 4 men in this tag team showcase.
Well, we already knew about the brawling of the head shrinkers and the grappling of the Steiners, but men as big as these 4 behemoths should not be able to fly around the ring like they have thus far.
It is made for an extremely tough act to follow, guys.
Just rake in the face. This is outright disrespectful.
Look at this.
Oh, a backbreaker.
Right to the spine.
At this stage, he's endured plenty of big attacks.
Yeah, holding strong for this long in a tag team match is commendable, but it might be time to tag out.
Down in a hurry.
As we find ourselves surrounded by all this pageantry, do you think either of these teams is feeling the pressure of their first WrestleMania?
I can tell you that Samu and Fatu truly did not care. Alpha has turned these men into brutal fighters who simply want to destroy their opponents no matter where the fight takes place.
And as for the Steiners, we know they have big match experience, tons of amateur championship bouts in college, and some of WCW's biggest events. But even those can't hold a candle to the spectacle of WrestleMania.
Momentum moving towards Samu's corner.
Seeing some high-impact offense from Samu and Fatu thus far.
I'm not sure the head shrinkers are even going for the victory. They just want to destroy the Steiners.
Oh, my God.
Pendulum backbreaker.
Tick-tock. We can't be far from the finish line now.
I think we can consider this the beginning of the liftoff.
Big-time elbow. What a sidewalk slam. Scott getting worked on right now.
The attacks will not relent from Samu.
Oh, ouch. Nasty roundhouse kick.
Ooh, bang! Samu has the shoulders down. This could be it. 3. No, he kicked out.
I thought for sure he was done.
Tag made.
Shoulder tackle. Jarring European uppercut.
And it seems like his head might be the target here. Ripped in the hard way. Stiff headbutt.
Uh-oh, headbutt.
Nothing fancy there.
Fatu is just having his way.
And Steiner needs to find an opening fast.
Landing the uppercut.
Vicious right hand.
Smashing their face into the mat. Oh, my God, what a kick.
Ripped in the hard way.
Taking things to the top rope. Gut wrench suplex. is losing grip of this match now.
Fatu just smothering his opponent with offense.
Sit-up powerbomb. He's getting fired up now, really feeding off this crowd.
Steiner's caught with a reversal. Gets lifted into position.
Powerbomb. Boom.
Sharp punch. He's taking on some damage at this point. He's really pushing the limit here, getting close to a countout.
Elbow throw, saying not today.
Clothesline, so effective.
Oh my gosh, with one hand.
Ooh, headbutt.
Nothing pretty about that.
He's headed to the top now.
Blast off from the top with the splash. That's it. No way the Steiners come back now.
2. And the head shrinkers get the win.
Here are your winners, Samu and Fatu, the Head Shrinkers.
And what a huge win for the head shrinkers tonight.
Samu and Fatu making their family proud and proving themselves as top contenders in the tag division.
Hey, let's put this in the simplest of all terms. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is the biggest celebrity on the face of the planet today. Now, whether he's a blue chipper, the people's champion, or as we know him right now, the final boss, The Rock has always commanded all of the attention in the arena since the very first moment he made his WWE debut at the 1996 Survivor Series. Born into this business, The Rock would become WWE's first ever third-generation superstar, following in the footsteps of his father and grandfather. Who had competed in WWE rings before him.
Dwayne had the huge responsibility. There's a legacy, and you have to take it so seriously.
Even with incredibly high expectations, the Great One surpassed them all, along with the usual achievements if your name is The Rock: 2 Intercontinental Championships, 5 Tag Team Championships, 8 WWE Heavyweight Championships, a Royal Rumble victory, not even to forget the fact that The Rock once led an entire nation. The Rock has one of the more noteworthy feats in WWE history, earning WrestleMania victories over Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and John Cena. Each of these men are known as the faces of their respective era. Each of these men found out what happens when you go one-on-one. Oh, you know the rest. Of course, The Rock rivaled Stone Cold Steve Austin's popularity during the vaunted Attitude Era, tearing opponents down with rock bottoms and people's elbows while tearing them apart on the mic with cutting one-liners and catchphrases that are still recited to this day.
If you smell, know your role and shut your mouth.
He ended CM Punk's 434-day title reign as WWE Champion at the 2013 Royal Rumble as well, after having only competed twice over the previous 9 years, displaying the always ready mentality and physical conditioning on which he has built his global brand. But you don't need me to rattle off The Rock's resume to you, now do you? Of course not. The man is an occasion unto himself. He has headlined the biggest events against WWE's most iconic superstars and has always found a way to, how does he put it? Layeth the smackdown on some jabroni's candy ass. I couldn't have said it better myself, although I think I may have just done that. But indeed, he has. On a Thursday night in February of 1997, The Rock, still known as Rocky Maivia, would find himself challenging for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Only a few months into his tenure, he would be matched up against a face that would ultimately become one of his most familiar and hated rivals, Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Seemingly overmatched by a more seasoned opponent, a youthful Rock would demonstrate all the traits that have come to define him in the years since. Tenacity, high IQ, and that legendary Samoan strength to ultimately surprise Helmsley and kick off the first championship reign for Rocky Maivia. It would be the first step of a journey that has ultimately led The Rock into the pantheon of WWE's elite. So now it's all in your hands. It's up to you to showcase the undying drive that makes The Rock the hardest worker in the room to deliver a shocking upset against the Greenwich snob himself. Guide The Rock to victory over Triple H at a very special Thursday, Raw Thursday, to give the first jolts to what would become the most electrifying career in sports entertainment.
And here comes the #1 contender, at least for tonight, Rocky Maivia.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Making his way to the ring is the challenger from the South Pacific, weighing in at 275 pounds, Rocky Maivia.
A blue chip talent with a bright future.
On his way to defend the Intercontinental Championship, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
His opponent from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 246 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Helmsley is scheduled to face another challenger at an upcoming show this Sunday. And he's taking the risk, stepping in here against a newcomer, Rocky Maivia.
Well, you can consider it risky, you can consider it overconfident, but any way you look at it, it's a dangerous move by Helmsley to take on an athlete who has been on a real roll. Rocky Maivia has been successful thus far in WWE, and Rocky is focused. Rocky is only thinking about tonight.
Saxton, just curious, have you ever exercised your right to remain silent? I am tired of all this talk about Rocky Maivia. Yeah, he's been on a roll, but it could all come to a screeching halt tonight at the hands of Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
The challenger not taking their eyes off the championship.
And the champ is staring daggers right back at the opposition.
The Intercontinental Champ. Championship is on the line here between two superstars who don't have anything nice to say about one another. The challenger, Rocky Maivia, and our current champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Well, Helmsley is our champion for a reason. He's a cut above the rest, a higher class of in-ring competitor. This Rocky Maivia guy should learn his place and respect his betters.
Well, that attitude is exactly why Maivia is so eager to go after Helmsley and his title. He wants to prove Helmsley is just a snob.
Flying. Big height, bigger impact.
And Rocky is revving this crowd up.
Oh! Intercontinental Championship at stake right here in Lowell, Massachusetts. We're expecting an emotional night for all of us, considering that Shawn Michaels will forfeit the WWE Championship live tonight.
Yeah, I saw a very dejected HBK earlier today. I couldn't even get him to crack a smile at all.
Well, that's just because no one's ever happy to see you, Saxton.
What's it going to take for Hunter Hearst Helmsley to retain his Intercontinental title here? How can he get the better of Rocky Maivia?
Well, the champ needs to put this young upstart Maivia in his place with unrelenting offense. No time for graceful bows and upper-class taunting. Just beat Rocky down.
Smothering offense now from Rocky.
The power of Rocky Maivia is too much for Helmsley right now. Oh! Before this match, I was talking to Helmsley, and he said he can beat the snot out of this Maivia kid in less than 10 minutes. In fact, he was showing me on his watch. Did you know he has a timepiece that costs $20,000?
Confident words from Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Not sure how relevant his timepiece is to this match, though, Corey.
It isn't relevant. I just wanted to share an example of how far ahead in the game of life Helmsley is.
Oh, brother.
Helmsley had that well scouted.
At last, Helmsley keeping that string of offense in check.
That might be what gets Helmsley out of jeopardy.
And give credit where it's due. Rocky Maivia is leaving nothing in the ring in pursuit of the Intercontinental Championship. What great. Uh-oh. Counters right back on Rocky. And Byron, Rocky has tremendous exuberance, tremendous youth. He's going to be a star for a long time.
I think Rocky Maivia shows more promise than any other wrestlers I've seen come into WWE. You talk about second-generation wrestlers, but with Rocky, you're talking about 3 generations. This guy is going to be phenomenal.
Vintage move here.
The Cobra clutch submission. Elbows trying to free himself, and he escapes.
Big-time power slam.
And conspicuous by his absence is the butler of Hunter Hearst Helmsley, who has been intervening in matches as of late. Who knows if he might show up?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just another thing Maivia needs to worry about.
Rocky has bigger problems in the ring, gentlemen. Biggest match he's ever had. Live, worldwide television. He's got to have a stomach full of butterflies.
Pulled in for
belly to belly.
Uh-oh.
Jawbreaker!
Call the dentist.
This capacity crowd certainly behind the youngster Rocky Maivia, thinking there could be an upset here tonight.
And now placed in the corner.
Reversal! And that turns things around.
And even before the bell rang tonight, I think Hunter Hearst Helmsley has been trying to frustrate Rocky. He's tried to say, hey, young fella, we're going to do things at my pace, not yours.
Rocky, the 6'5", around 270-pound stud, just has to keep his cool. Don't take it.
Uh-oh. This is not going to be nice. This is going to be nasty.
It's all about winning, no matter what it takes. Superplex! And that was a clear attack to his core. Maybe seeing an opening.
Headed to the top rope.
Take off.
Helmsley has no control here. I think that's it.
Definitely an unorthodox strategy. He must have something else planned.
Hunter whipped into the corner. Nobody home. Rocky hit hard. And now Hunter looks to take over this match.
Helmsley muscling Maivia up to the top turnbuckle in a big right hand.
Helmsley with something big in mind here for his challenger tonight.
Well, this is just blatant disrespect from the arrogant champion.
Almost daring Rocky. Hey, you really want my title? You really think you're going to be Intercontinental Champion?
Up to the top. Hooking Rocky into a superplex. This could be it. Can Hunter capitalize? This could be it. Hook of the leg and a cover, and Rocky stays in it, getting his shoulder up.
Still not enough to put out the flame of Rocky Maivia.
Hunter has to be asking himself, what else do I have in my arsenal? And I think we may get our answer, gentlemen.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, I believe, before this one's over. Hunter hooking Rocky, taking his time, looking to put him away.
Maivia just collapsed.
This just shows you how much damage Hunter Hearst Helmsley has inflicted on the challenger in this matchup.
I think Maivia's done. The official might want to step in, call this one.
The official checking on Rocky. Hunter Hearst Helmsley believes this is close to being over. Lifting him back up again. Rocky rolls through. Shoulders down. Rocky wins the title.
Rocky Maivia has shocked Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Here is your winner and the new Intercontinental Champion, Rocky Maivia.
We have a new Intercontinental Champion.
in a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers. The final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss. There wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anawa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever, and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds,
Steel had better keep an eye on Maivia because Maivia is a true brawler.
Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steel.
We'll see which prevails tonight.
Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steel. Most of the matches... between Peter Maivia and George Steele have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a winner.
These are two very different men, Cole. The High Chief is a man of great pride and respect for the ring, while Steele is, well, he's an animal. I can't think of two opponents with more opposing styles.
You said it, Corey. Let's just hope this one gets taken care of in the ring tonight. The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
Just cranking the head.
What a reversal! That unraveled on George. Oh. George the Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly.
Nice scoop roll up for the win.
And there's the kick out. Likely just trying to sap out some energy with that cover. Like a brick wall running into you.
Counter by Peter Maivia.
Well, George has certainly seen better days.
Oh, that was scary power. Denied via a wicked punch to the stomach.
George Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation. And a series of vicious stomps.
No respect being shown whatsoever with those stomps.
We've seen that Steel isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Maivia. So he's got to have the advantage in a match where they're surrounded by one huge weapon, right?
Well, you'd think that, Cole, but think about how these men prepared for this match. The High Chief is a consummate professional who's game planned for this stipulation. And Steel, well, I think he just shows up to the arena and asks who he's fighting. They're showing blatant disregard for their opponent into the cage.
Oh, first, this superstar is hurt. The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steel to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia is prepared, all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire body would be considered a weapon.
Peter Maivia now with the upper hand.
Yeah, Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Big impact. headbutt. Oh, my goodness. Ah, what a smash.
That is just insulting.
Oh, that rake. That's not right, but effective.
Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anoa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body.
Running power slam!
He just might regret this decision.
Oh, my goodness.
Just punishing their opponent.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief. Gets driven into the corner.
He's able to reverse it. Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
And Steele is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur. Folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal.
Boom, what impact.
Broken up with a savage headbutt.
Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows, maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal.
Momentum is all with Maivia now.
And I don't see Peter Maivia slowing down anytime soon.
Big impact. Wards that off. What a response. Big back body drop.
What elevation.
And it seems as though the High Chief is in a rare state of distress.
Yeah, it's very difficult to prepare for George the Animal Steele.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the Animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steele often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
Oh, that rake.
That's not right, but effective.
And this is hard to watch, guys.
Yeah, each blow to the head is worse.
Down on the windpipe.
Oh, this, what a headbutt.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
Steele now just trying to survive.
Rocked with a headbutt, but not done yet.
A second one. And now a third.
Maivia has Steele in his sights, looking to put the animal down once. Maivia with a plan in mind.
Landing on the spine.
No way Steele's coming back from that.
Just a display of command and control from him.
A series of disabling maneuvers from Peter Maivia.
Running power slam. Into the pinfall.
I guess he doesn't think he's done enough damage to put this one away yet.
Delivers the snapmare and drops the fist.
Rocked with a headbutt, but not done yet.
A second one.
Boom!
Headlock cinched in, just tossed without regard.
Maivia overwhelming his opponent here.
Steel now just trying to survive.
Running power slam! He knows the goal is to win the match, right?
Yeah, what's he doing?
Rocked with a headbutt, but not done yet. A second one. Boom! Ooh.
Oh, rake.
That's not right, but effective.
And that holds Peter Maivia back.
And he puts a quick stop to the momentum that was mounting against him.
This could be a good chance for Steel to get some distance and rethink things.
He's absorbing a ton of offense here.
Maivia just smothering his opponent with offense. Boom!
Running power slam!
Driven down. And the onslaught to his core is continuing.
If he keeps taking targeted strikes like this, he's going to be doubled over before long. Here we go.
And does not get it.
Peter Maivia turns that around. Momentum is all with Maivia now.
Steel now just trying to survive. Using the elbow to escape the attack.
Chop. Scoop slam.
Quickly gets out of dodge.
Taking off up the wall, the cage now.
Have to dig deep if you want to reach the top of the cage.
He reaches the top and victory hangs in the balance now. And he's straddling the top of the cage, just feet away from making it to the outside.
This is what he's been training for. This moment right here. Ooh.
Battling on the top.
Soaring.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
Maivia is reaching that other level. Running STO plants him.
Nicely done. Just punishing